What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So for the past few weeks, I've been getting questions from friends who is along the same line. It sounds just like this. It sounds, all questions are asking me whether should they or shouldn't they refinance their homes at this point of time. As we all know, the interest rate is at all-time low and it's expected to stay about maybe another few years. Nobody knows, okay? But it certainly does look like a good time to refinance right now to save interest or to fulfill other objectives, being that the interest rate is so low. So in today's video, I would like to give you some of the points to consider before you even refinance, and also my personal point of view when it comes to refinancing your home. Before that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button if you want more contents like this, and also smash the like button so that more people will be able to find this video. So first and foremost, this is something I always go back to before I even do anything, and even refinancing includes, which is to ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why do you need to refinance at the moment? Are you just following a trend because the interest rate is low? Do you have a reason to use that money? Whether it's an emergency cash, or buy a second property, or buy another property, I don't know how many you have, buy another property, or buy for investment, or God forbid start a business, or God forbid you go to casino bursa, or since Genting is closed, right? So you go to casino bursa and play with the girl's stock and get burned. That's a, well, jokes aside, ask yourself why. Unless and until you have a strong why, you do not proceed. I recommend you that you do not proceed past this first question. Second is that home, house, or property, whatever property that you want to refinance, is it your own stay or investment property? I repeat, is it your own stay or investment property? If it's your own stay, I would suggest that you relook at question number one, which is why. Because if it's your own stay and you refinance and everything goes south, for example, if it's your own stay property, you are definitely going to be in a very tight spot, and you may even lose the roof on your head. It's not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to refinance only your investment property, not the one that you own stay. That's what I recommend. The third one is, of course, you need to check the value of your home. How much is the value of your home now? Has it appreciated considerably or a lot to warrant a refinancing at this moment? If it has just appreciated a bit, no, it's not worth it at all. And you also need to remember that the bank will also subject you to the new ruling. If it's your third house, your refinancing can go up to 70% only. Or if it's your second house, the banks will normally not give you 90%. You might get somewhere between 80 and 70, depending on your profile. 80 and 70, the percentage here, 80, 70, refers to the current market value of the property. If you are not sure what's the current market value, you can check bricks.my, www.bricks.my to roughly gauge the market value, or you can see this video that I will link up here. I did a video for this, and you can see this, watch this video, and it will explain to you how to get roughly your market value. Or you can ask the banker first, if I want to refinance, what's the market value? No problem. Number 4 is to calculate your costs. What are the costs of refinancing the property? Is it legal fees and valuation? And any other costs? Legal fees being the largest cost, and loan agreement fees, because you have a loan you need to refinance. If valuation fees, what are the costs? For example, about 500,000 loan. Using this example and a calculator here, a 500,000 loan, because you only need a loan agreement document, right, will come to stamp duty, and also the legal fees will come to 7,800. However, this is not including disbursement fees. Disbursement fees are like calls, courier, those kind of fees, transportation fees. These are all disbursement fees. Runner fees, these are all disbursement fees. And then one more thing it didn't include is valuation fees. Valuation fees for property is about 500,000, right? The valuation fees can come to around 2,000. So what you're looking at, right, is roughly around 10,000. 7,800 you plus about 1,000 plus, then you go about 9,000. You go about 9,000. Then after that, the valuation fee 9,000 plus 2,000 is about 10 to 11,000. 10 to 12,000 in terms of miscellaneous fees. Miscellaneous fees here referring to legal fees, loan agreement fees, and also the valuation fees. Fifth, interest. How much interest can you save if you refinance? This one, you can take the loan amount, a rough loan amount, put into a mortgage calculator. You'll be able to calculate the interest over the tenure. How much interest are you going to pay over the tenure versus the one that you're currently having now? Let me give you an example here. Look at this table. See this 500,000 loan with a 5.5% interest or 360 months, 300, or 30 years. 360 months is equivalent to 30 years. The monthly repayment comes to 2,838 ringgit. 39 ringgit round up. And the total interest for total 30 years is 522,000. Now imagine if the interest were to drop by only 1%. This is what you get. Please refer to this table here. It's 500,000 again, loan amount with 4.5% interest. Tenure is 360 months equivalent to 30 years. Assuming everything is the same, you are paying a monthly installment of 2,534 ringgit. Your interest, total payable interest for that whole tenure is 412,000. It is a staggering 110,000 savings in terms of interest over 30 years, assuming everything stays the same. Next one. Imagine now if interest rate were to drop by 2% from the current one that you get. Dropping interest rate by another 2% will yield this table beside. 500,000 with a 3.5% interest, 360 months or 30 years will give rise to a repayment of 2,246 ringgit a month. In total, over 30 years, you'll be paying an interest, rough interest of 308,000. This is a staggering savings of 214,000 in interest alone over 30 years. See the pattern? Drop by 1%, you save 100,000. Drop by 2%, you save 200,000. So you roughly get the gauge there, right? And if you do refinance, you need to take this into account. You can get this figure by plugging a figure into any of your mortgage calculator. Just play around with the interest rate and see whether it's worth it to refinance at the moment or not. With 3.5%, which is roughly what you're getting right now, so you can count, see whether you are worth it to refinance. Last but not least, this is my personal point of view from whatever I shared just now. If I want to refinance, if it were to my position, I will always look for minimum of 100,000 cash in hand. 100,000 cash in hand, meaning that my refinancing amount has to be able to cover the legal fees, and legal fees, and also the insurance. Insurance, of course, I'll finance into the loan because I don't want to come out so much cash. No point of refinancing. Insurance, I'll finance into the loan, but I will tell the banker to do a minimum one for me. Since, remember, it's my investment property, and that brings me to the second point. I will only refinance my investment property. In case anything that goes south, I can still rent the property out. Okay. Third one, if I were to refinance, right, I will not refinance to the maximum amount. I will give a buffer for that rental to cover my installment. At least covers 80% of my installment, and not negative. Until you merge negative gearing, is no point. You'll be digging a new money sucking monster down there. So I hope that sharing my perspective and help you in your quest to decide whether you are going to refinance or not your property. And until we meet again, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So if you have any more questions with regards to property and financing, you are free to email me or WhatsApp me a question. I'll try to answer as many as I can over videos like this. If you are interested to get my book, which talks more about financing strategies, is in Malay. The book link is below. You can click the link and you can get the book direct from me. Until I'll see you again next video. Stay safe, stay home, and follow the SOP. This is Kenny here from Property Stories. Bye bye.